Hey, Jason here from Simply Swider. If your Frigidaire dehumidifier is showing an EC error code and has stopped working, don't panic. I'm going to walk you through exactly what this code means and give you clear steps to either fix it or get your money back. Now, I got to be honest with you up front. This isn't going to be one of those feel-good repair stories where we fix everything for 10 bucks. The EC code usually means your sealed system is toast, but there's still some things we can try, and more importantly, I'll show you how to get your money back if you're still under warranty. Before we get started, if you run into any questions, jump into our Facebook group. Links in the description. We've got thousands of people helping each other fix their appliances, and I pop in there daily to help out. So, the big one, sealed system failure. This is what the EC code is actually designed to detect, and it's basically your dehumidifier's way of saying, I'm done. You'll see that EC or sometimes F0 flashing on the display, and that red light might be doing this slow fade in and out every 4 seconds or so. The dead giveaway. Your unit collects absolutely zero water, even though it's running. I had this customer last month who thought her unit was broken because it wasn't pulling any moisture out of her basement, and sure enough, EC code, sealed system failure. Here's the thing. Frigidaire's official position is to contact them for warranty service because this isn't something you can fix at home. If you're within that 1 to 5 year warranty period, they'll usually offer a replacement or refund. Don't waste money calling a repair guy for this one. Now, before you panic and assume the worst, sometimes these units throw the EC code because of a temporary glitch or power surge. You'll know this might be the case if the unit was working fine and suddenly started acting up after a storm or power outage. The compressor might feel cold when it should be warm, or you might notice it's not vibrating like it normally does. Here's the exact reset procedure. First, unplug the unit for a full 5 minutes. This gives the internal systems time to completely discharge. Then plug it back in and wait 10 minutes before testing. This reset clears temporary error codes about 20% of the time. I've seen this clear the code maybe 20% of the time. If it comes back within a day or two, you're probably looking at that permanent seal system failure I mentioned. Another culprit behind the EC code is low refrigerant, usually caused by a leak somewhere in the system. You'll start noticing the coils freezing up with frost buildup, and the unit runs constantly but barely collects any water. Sometimes you might catch a faint sweet chemical smell or even hear a subtle hissing sound if there's an active leak. I remember this guy who called me about his unit. He said it was working overtime, but his basement was still humid as ever. Turns out he had a slow refrigerant leak that took months to show up. Important safety note: never attempt to repair refrigerant leaks yourself. Refrigerant handling requires EPA certification and specialized equipment. Plus, professional repair costs typically range from $200 $400, which often exceeds the value of most consumer dehumidifiers. If you're seeing these symptoms after trying the reset, it's time to contact Frigidaire about warranty coverage. Ice buildup on the coils is another common issue that can trigger the EC code. You'll actually see it. There's going to be visible frost or even a solid ice block, usually on the bottom section of the coils. When this happens, the unit can't condense water properly, so you're not getting anything in that collection bucket. The fix here is pretty straightforward. Turn off the unit and let it defrost overnight or for several hours until all that ice is gone. While defrosting, clean your air filter and check the room temperature. Dehumidifiers work best between 41 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Below 41 degrees Fahrenheit, the coils will naturally freeze up and trigger error codes. If the coils freeze up again quickly after defrosting, that's usually pointing back to low refrigerant or a problem with the defrost circuit. Sometimes the simplest things cause the biggest headaches. Blocked airflow from a dirty filter or clogged grill can actually cause the coils to overcool and freeze, which can confuse the system and trigger error codes. You'll see frost forming on the coils, and when you look at that grill or filter, there's going to be obvious dust buildup. Here's how to fix airflow blockage. Step 1, turn off and unplug the unit. Step 2, remove the water bucket. Step 3, use a vacuum with brush attachment to clean the intake grill and filter. Step 4, ensure 12 inches of clearance on all sides of the unit. Clean filter, proper spacing, and you might just solve your problem. If the EC code persists after this, you're probably dealing with one of those more serious sealed system issues. All right, so the EC code on these Frigidaire units is basically telling you there's a problem with the sealed refrigeration system. Now, I'm going to walk you through what causes this, starting with the simple stuff you can try, but I'll be straight with you. Most of the time, this code means you're looking at a warranty claim or replacement. Here's what we're dealing with from the most common causes to the least likely fixes. The compressor and sealed system. This is the heart of the whole operation. It compresses the refrigerant to cycle it through the coils, creating those cold surfaces that pull moisture out of the air. When it fails, you'll see that EC code, the compressor stops running or doesn't generate enough cooling, and you might notice refrigerant leak signs like that sweet chemical smell or hissing sounds. Here's how to check. Feel if the unit is cold on one side and warm on the other when it's running. If that compressor isn't vibrating and is perfectly still, it's not working. Now, here's the reality. This isn't something you can fix at home, and professional repair usually costs more than buying a new unit. These sealed systems often get misdiagnosed as simple glitches because resetting temporarily clears the code, but if it comes back, the system's done. The evaporator coils are the cold side of the refrigeration loop. They're what actually cools the air below the dew point to pull out that moisture. When there's a problem, you'll see frost buildup or solid ice blocks, typically on the cold side of the unit. This is usually a secondary symptom caused by low refrigerant or restricted airflow, not a problem with the coils themselves. You can check them by looking behind that air filter when the unit's been running. Keep in mind that iced coils can happen for different reasons: ambient temperature below 41 degrees, dirty filter blocking airflow, or that refrigerant leak. Just because you see ice doesn't automatically mean you've got a terminal refrigerant problem. The air filter is your easiest and cheapest fix. It removes dust and debris before air passes over those coils. When it gets dirty, you'll usually see the filter reset light come on after 250 hours of operation, plus obvious dust buildup on the filter or front grille. A clogged filter restricts airflow and can cause the coils to freeze up, which sometimes gets confused with more serious problems. You can grab a replacement filter for anywhere from 8 to about $40, depending on the model. Just remove it from the back grill and check if it needs cleaning or replacement. This is definitely worth maintaining. It's cheap, easy, and prevents bigger problems down the line. Now, you can see right there on your screen the most common Frigidaire models that run into these EC code problems. Don't worry about memorizing all those numbers. Just see if your model shows up on the list. What's interesting is the pattern here. A lot of these units are failing right around that 2-year mark, often just after the basic warranty expires. Some folks are reporting refrigerant leaks as early as 8 months. Others are seeing ice blockages and EC codes after about a year of normal use. Here's your action plan for the EC code. First, try the 5-minute reset procedure I showed you. Second, clean your filter and check airflow clearance. Give it 24 hours to see if the code returns. If it does, you're looking at sealed system failure, which means it's time to contact Frigidaire for warranty service or consider replacement. The good news: if you're within that warranty period, Frigidaire usually steps up with a replacement or refund. Don't waste money on a repair technician for sealed system work. It's just not cost effective on these consumer units. If this helped you figure out your next steps, hit that like button and drop a comment below. Let me know if you ended up getting a warranty replacement or found another solution. Really helps other people dealing with the same frustrating EC code. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.